Now that the ban on in-service dining has been extended, an organization that represents the industry is asking for financial help and fast. Derek Francis joining us live now to explain. Derek?
Yeah, Janice, this extension will make it nearly 5 weeks of no in-service dining for restaurants and bars. According to the Michigan Licensed Beverage Association, these 33 days right now we're in the middle of fall into a danger zone with half of the restaurants they recently surveyed.
We're so desperate, our members are so desperate, we'll take anything we can get right now because we are on the verge of collapse, literally.
Scott Ellis is the executive director of the Michigan Licensed Beverage Association and sees the writing on the wall if his industry isn't allowed back soon.
And when we did that survey, when this was released on the 18th, we did a survey, and the survey said over 50% of our members replied if they were shut down between 1 and 3 months, they're done forever.
And while he's understandable about the seriousness of this health crisis,
the hospitals are filling up. I can't argue that. I won't argue that.
He also feels his industry is being unfairly blamed for the virus's spread.
Because the numbers, if they don't continue to drop, then wait a minute. Is it bars and restaurants that are causing this? Because we've been closed for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And now we're going to be closed another 2 weeks.
Ellis said not only is takeout down 25 to 40% now compared to the original shutdown, but even at its height, he equates it to worse than just treading water.
Now, I would say it's treading water with an undercurrent. The net profit on food and food cost, because of food cost, is not that much. I mean, you're talking 5, maybe 12%, I guess, ballpark. It's where they sit there and they have a drink or two, or they buy that extra appetizer. They sit there for a little bit longer. That's where the profits come in, and you don't have that out of.
Ellis says his industry employs hundreds of thousands of Michiganders who are now out of work at least until the week of Christmas. But he believes there could be help on the way, with the governor reiterating again today she would like to see restaurants, theaters, and other struggling businesses get $100 million in state money.
I got to give credit where credit's due and thank the governor when it's happening. We don't get along all the time, obviously, and we don't always agree. But when she gets it and is pushing for $100 million, I will say we've been talking to the Senate and Senate leadership and House leadership for 3 weeks now. So we are really encouraged that all 3 branches are pushing for it. Now we're just really hoping all 3 branches can come to an agreement, and they have to come in agreement within the next 2 weeks because they're going on break. Yeah, desperate times for some indeed, Janice. Ellis also told us on the federal level, they're still hoping to get another federal COVID relief package. Of course, we know all about that one. He said there's also a federal restaurant bill that has been stalled for a couple of months now that's directly tied to the hospitality industry. Certainly all of that would buy them some much needed time. And get this, Janice, another thing to keep in mind, according to Ellis, only 50% of the MLBA's members can actually do carry out, and many of them that do it actually have to limit their menu because some meals just aren't the same, as we all know, through takeout. We're live in Jenison. Derek Francis, Fox.